At one point, Babes Wodumo was undoubtedly one of the biggest female musicians in South Africa, from dominating the charts to being featured on the Black Panther soundtrack and earning international recognition from BET and MTV. She was on top of the world. At her peak, Babes Wodumo would rake in 1 million rands in a single weekend from bookings.
Weekend, Champa 8. Malin.
A million?
Yes.
We earn a million in a weekend?
Hi, bro.
Weekend in a weekend?
Yes.
Some people don't make that in a year.
Yes. So I bring it everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, because I was like,
But just as fast as she rose, her fall was even more dramatic and said, life's to remain down. Not showing up for performances, a toxic relationship.
A live Instagram video showed her boyfriend beating her late last night.
Battles with alcohol, alleged substance abuse, and financial challenges which saw her struggle to pay for Uber rides and makeup services. Babes Wodumo was on her way to become one of Africa's biggest music acts. She was everywhere, she made amazing music, and she was loved by everyone. I wonder if she'll ever reach that level again. A concerned fan posed the question on X. To understand how she got to this point, we need to take it back to the start. Babes Wodumo was born and raised in Lamontville, Durban. She grew up in a Christian household as the daughter of a bishop. She does not come from a wealthy family, and her father was not like the typical mega church rich pastor. She has openly spoke about how they were heavily reliant on the little they got from offerings.
Sometimes sengimele ngaye esikoleni because angisanayo imali yokugibela, anginayo ukuthi ubaba mhlawumbe akwazi ukufaka esikoleni because abazalwane badiniwe, but angeke nje ngesinikele namhlanje ngesinikele.
She was quite the opposite of what one might typically expect from a pastor's child. During her teenage years, she would sneak out of the house at night to go to clubs and perform as a dancer. She also worked as a video vixen, a role that eventually led her to cross paths with Mampinja. The two began dating when she was around 16 years old. Babes would then sign under Mampinja's record label West Inc. after he saw much potential in her and how well she sounded under the gqom genre, which was taking over in Durban at the time. In 2014, she was featured on Sebubzin's song Desha, which did well, but it was not until the release of Wololo, her hit single featuring Mampinja, that her career skyrocketed to the moon. Wololo was released in December 2015, and from that point, her life was never the same again. She went from being an average person to not being able to walk around without being mobbed by fans.
So yazigana ngawalka khona Shoprite.
Yeah.
Ekhaya besinga ka Shoprite. Asuthanda ulwethi nana cha Shoprite. Ubucheap futhi unezinto eziningi, right?
Yeah.
So ngihamba ngibona umuntu ayahayiza nami ngiyaqala ukuthi khayizana. Hayi ba Babes Wodumo hawe ma.
The song quickly climbed up the charts. It was one of the most played songs in South Africa the whole of 2016. Apple iTunes named Wololo the best song of 2016. The music video reached 2 million views in 3 months, which was a record at the time for the local music scene. The song was nominated in the Song of the Year category at the South African Music Awards, Metro FM Awards, as well as the MTV Africa Music Awards. It also opened doors for international recognition, as she was nominated for Best International Act Africa at the BET Awards and the MTV European Music Awards in the Best African Act category. Being part of the Black Panther album was another career highlight for her. She was one of the most booked artists in South Africa, and by mid-2016, she was fully booked up to February 2017. During a podcast and chill interview with McLeod, Babes revealed how much she was charging at her peak.
Imali bengiyenza utsengehlile imali ngiku-60. But 150, 120, hayi bengingadlali. Uyaqala ukuthi mncane leyo mali uyenza ama-gig mhlambe mangaki. nge-weekend mhlawumbe awu-8 malini leyo.
A million?
Yes.
Uyenza a million in a weekend?
Hayi bo.
Hawu,
Mina bengu-busted kakhulu.
million in a weekend?
Yes.
Some people don't make that in a year.
Yes. Balo 150. Ngisuke la uthola ukuthi olesihlanu nginamagigi awu-3 or 4. Gqibelo nginamagigi awu-3. Isonto nginamagigi awu-2.
Evenda, eThekwini yonke.
Hayi bo.
Babes was living an extravagant lifestyle, spoiling herself with the finer things. Multiple streams of income flowed her way. She bagged deals with Cell C and inked a 3 million rand deal with Showmax for a 13-episode reality TV show, together with her late husband Mampinja. The Gqom Queen was on top of the world. She had the money, fame, and influence. However, things will not stay the same. The wealth and influence she once commanded started to fade, and soon the cracks in her empire began to show. Babes Wodumo has been open about a lot of mistakes she made at the peak of her career. Despite being under the wing of a seasoned musician like Mampinja with years of experience, she revealed that it was tough for him to tell her what to do since they were in a relationship. When Wololo became a hit song, I was very young, around 18, 19. So when the fame came to me, I was still a child. I didn't know anything about saving money. Had fame come to me now at this age, I would have done a lot of things differently. Babe's house was never in order from the very beginning. She was always in trouble with promoters as she would not pitch up to shows. Most of the time, she would claim that she had lost a close family member. The singer also failed to attend the BET and MTV award ceremonies that she was nominated at due to failure to do her paperwork in time. What was probably the most detrimental to her finances and career was her alcohol abuse, which she has personally admitted to but denied drug allegations. I made a lot of mistakes, such as not paying my dancers and spending that money on expensive weaves, alcohol, and drinking with friends, she said in an interview. In an episode of a reality show, Babes Wodumo revealed that alcohol is a coping mechanism for her. However, alcohol has probably done more harm than good for her image. In one controversial instance, Babes did an interview with socialite Tas Melani, in which she was visibly drunk and was not good for her image. The interviewer claimed post the live that the singer had taken some substance mid-interview.
Okay, if maybe no.
Babes Wodumo and her team took legal action and laid charges against Melani in making what they claim to be false allegations. She has made some controversial live videos while drunk, like when she accused Makazi of having an affair with Mampinja.
Because you I feel long slowly parents and can't do things that go jalo tumvenda ndodlinda da wena child wena unekalkoni ukushaya wena yes
This behavior was not good for Babes' brand. Not many companies would want to work with her. Promoters would distance themselves from her. On top of that, the rise of Amapiano shifted attention away from Gqom, and this had an effect on artists like Babes. The money wasn't coming in as it used to. The final straw for Babes was losing the father of her child, Mampintsha. This had a clear effect on her. It was also reported that Mampintsha left Babes in massive debt. A close friend told Zimoja that he has left her in a lot of debt. Luckily, they own the house, but the debt is accumulated, he says. These people met when Babes was very young. He has always been guiding her and taking care of the money, but she now has to manage everything on her own. She is in serious debt. The Queen of Gqom has been struggling to pay people for their services as a result of her financial struggles. An Uber driver has gone public to expose the singer who tricked him and used his services without paying. No payment, no refund, just nothing. My time, my fuel, my money was gone. You know the excitement of working with celebrities, thinking they will respect you, tip you even. Turns out it was all just a fairy tale, he said. Ngobo claims that he is still owed 900 rands. It may not sound like much, but that's money. With interest, who knows how much that would be today. I just want what I worked for. Sadly, they've since blocked me. I've tried everything to reach them. A makeup artist also took to social media to expose Babes Wodumo for not paying the services she offered there. They called me last week Friday around 12 midnight asking for my installation and makeup services on Saturday. I grabbed the chance because the business on my side has been slowly lately, she said. They no longer take my calls. What angers me the most is that they posted their pictures and videos gallivanting and having a whale of time at my this past Wednesday. Babes Wodumo's downfall and financial crisis is sad, taking into consideration that she was once one of the biggest artists in South Africa, making millions. Her music is not doing well and she continues to embarrass herself in public while she is drunk.
So-ke akusimina yini emnqabeni kaphela emanqabeni ngicula ngithi amehla phela ubambe eshiqini suka lapho ngaphinde futhi ngacula imimosa gazi ngiyisaba.